this is important. Once you put in the work, it's done and it's there forever. Let's talk about exactly what you'll need to complete this course with a completed website that's already growing in the world of Google and even social media. You will need a laptop or desktop computer. Cell phones and mobile devices will not work as a supplement. One of the biggest mistakes I've seen in the past is people trying to work almost exclusively on their cell phone. I'm sorry, a tablet won't cut it either. There are some things you can do from a mobile device, but most tasks should be performed on a laptop or desktop computer. With that said, you should also have a second monitor. A dual screen monitor setup makes working much easier and will over time make you much more productive. Those of you that already do this already know. Also, you can keep the course videos up on one monitor and work on the other. It will make it much easier for you to follow along with me. If you look at my setup, you can see that I have a laptop with 2 additional monitors. That's 3 screens total. You don't need a setup this elaborate, but I prefer it to keep my productivity high and make the best use of my time. Time is your most valuable asset. Remember that. You also need an idea or solution to a problem. You need to have some idea of what you're planning. Plain and simple, the online business that I will be building alongside you will actually be competing in a very saturated market with a lot of longtime players as competitors. This will be the first time I attempt to compete in such a large market. Also, it will be an informative affiliate website. I'm simply going to try to get traffic to my website and recommend other websites, products, and services to people. It is going to be a pet blog. I'm going to start off by focusing on the most popular pet in the United States, dogs. And you know what? I'm excited because I love my dog and can't wait to start creating good content. Remember, you could be selling a course, own a local business, be an attorney. You could even sell yourself as a consultant. That's what I used to do in the beginning. If you're a graphic designer, feel free to do some tutorials to help people figure out how you make such awesome work. If you own a restaurant, you could blog about the area you're located in, or create content about being in the restaurant business. Let's look at one of my websites really quick. My content is focused on my demographic. Then I sell them my own product right on the page. A restaurant could offer coupons on their website. A graphic artist could have a contact form for a free consultation. Or you could be trying to build an affiliate website like I'm going to do. The possibilities are endless. Think about your business idea and the goals you want to achieve from having a successful website. Sometimes the goal is to grow your audience. Once you grow your audience, you can put whatever you want to in front of them over and over again. Continue to think about your business idea and your goals. The next thing you will need is a little bit of writing skills. If writing really isn't your thing, if you just hate it or absolutely can't do it, you will have to outsource your writing to someone else. There's actually a few options for outsourcing that we can talk about later. Either way, if you want to be on the web, you or someone working for you is going to have to write, at least a little bit. If you have any employees, maybe some of them like to write. Now, there will be some tips and tricks to help you properly go through the writing process. Just follow along with me when the time comes to do some writing. Honestly, one of the common mistakes I've seen over the years that always holds people back is that they never end up writing good content for their website, or any at all for that matter. It can seriously cause your whole business to fail. It means there's nothing to read, and there's nothing there for Google to crawl to rank and index your website. This alone can destroy most of your ranking factors. If you don't have content, you may as well not have a website. So there's something that you absolutely have to keep in mind during this process, and this is important. Once you put in the work, it's done and it's there forever. I'm going to say it again just to help you remember. Once you put in the work, it's done and it's there forever. So once you put in the work, build it, and put it online, it's done and there forever. Don't forget that. I'm going to keep reminding you throughout this course, but still, remember it. You will also need a $500 budget. Now, there are some really nice tools that you could pick up along the way if you can push 1,000, but they aren't necessary. Some of them are time savers, and since time is my most valuable asset, I don't mind investing a little extra. If you outsource your content writing, you could be spending a lot more. Again, we'll go over this later, but the amount it would cost really depends on your business and your competition. However, I suggest you just suck it up and do the writing yourself, at least at first. It's a good learning experience, and you will have complete control over how both Google and people view your online business. Seriously, there are so many easy opportunities if you just put in the work. You will need 5 to 15 hours per week to spend on this. Don't get me wrong, you can take a week off here or there. You can go a little slower or faster if you like. You can spend more time on it. It's not set in stone how much you work on it, but you should be consistent as much as possible. So many people get started, then slack off after a couple of weeks. Next thing you know, they haven't touched it in a year. Remember, once you build it, it's there forever. So build it. Don't lose sight of your goal. This next item is so important. You need to have some level of time, dedication, and consistency. If you don't have these things, why are you trying to start or grow a business? This is the factor that makes or breaks success. If you want to have a successful online business, you need to have the time, dedication, and consistency for it. Finally, you will need a separate and dedicated Gmail account for your online business. We're going to create that right now. Okay guys, we're going to create a Gmail account really quick. So I'm going to go to gmail.com and I'm just going to click create account. Put in my information here. All right, so I'm going to put in the username for the Gmail account that I want to create here. And the domain name I'm going to be using is petcareadvisory.com. So I'm going to try to get petcareadvisory@gmail.com. And we'll see if that's available. Set a password. All right, let's hit next. All right, it says it's already taken. So one of the things I do whenever my domain name is taken for its Gmail account is sometimes I'll just add .com to the end. You have to keep in mind that this email address is probably going to get a lot of junk and spam emails over time. You'll get all kinds of notifications on it and everything. So if you want to have a Gmail account that matches your domain that you actually want to use, this is not the account for that necessarily. I usually like to use my domain email addresses, so I'll probably get one that's wes@petcareadvisory.com or something like that. But we're just getting this to basically sign up for accounts that we're going to need for this business. So keep that in mind. One more thing before we keep going. I'm going to try this just to do Pet Care Advisor. So let's try that next. All right, so petcareadvisor@gmail.com. Don't try to email me at this because I won't reply. You don't have to put in a phone number right now. I'm going to put in a different email address as the recovery one. All right. Put in your information. Click next. Read through the privacy and terms here. You have to scroll down to hit I agree. All right, and your Gmail account loads right up. So I'm going to hit next, default. All right, so here's your empty Gmail account. We have that. You have it all set up there. You can see it right there. Now, we're also going to be using Google Drive a whole lot. That's right here. So you'll have a Drive account, and we're going to be looking at that a whole lot later on. And if you click this little box here, it's the menu for your Google account. So you get more than a Gmail account, you get a Google account. I could actually click on YouTube. You have a photos account. You have your own calendar for this if you want to use it. But mostly we're going to be focusing on Google Drive and Gmail. That's why we need this. So that's it for this video, guys. I will see you guys in the next one.